Hi guys, been a while since I posted anything. Dealing with coronavirus and a busy Christmas in the taxi trade. Not been up to a great deal. Have made a bit of progress on the fry tank lid. I'll spin you around in a minute and show you that. And also just going to chuck a bit of orange in for them. So bear with me 2 secs. So there's the lid. Nothing fabulous, but it's a lid and it opens. Can't ask for any more than that. Fish are doing well. Some big ones in there. Probably trying to grow far too many, so I shall have to thin them out again. Nice murky water, thank you Takazumi. Chuck in some orange. This is only the second time they've had orange, so, but they do eat it. If I'll come back in an hour or so and that'll be completely demolished. So once I close the lid, they'll know that's all they're getting and they'll have to eat it. At some point I shall get some of these into a bowl, but not for a little while yet. But we'll leave them to it. Camera shy as usual. On a different topic, I managed to pick up a couple of these inline heaters. So one's a 1 kilowatt and one's a 3 kilowatt. I was only really after the 1 kilowatt, but they came in a job lot of loads of other stuff that I should be getting rid of because I didn't really want it, and that'll claw some of my money back. Not that it was a great deal of money for what was in there, pumps and filters and things. But yeah, if anyone knows anything about these, give me some information in the comments. I've done a bit of research and they're not cheap. So, but anyway, that's a project for another day. Ooh, hobbies, far too many hobbies. And back onto filtration. So I picked up this Oasis pod system. You have to excuse my mess of a garden. It's looking like Steptoe's yard at the moment. It's 6 pods, and these are quite big, bigger than dustbins. So I was actually looking for another easy pod, but this whole 6 pod system came along for £40. It's got the obligatory bag of Flowcore, which will be dealt with appropriately. But in terms of what they're like, yeah, brushes. That's all the fittings and stuff in that one. But my way of thinking is that's at least 3 homemade Nexus. So 1 pod for mechanical with a pipe up through the middle of it, and 1 pod for biological as moving beds. So still got the paddling pool over there with the easy pod on it. I will get the pond built. There's fry in that one. frying that one round the corner. Goldfish and God knows what over in that one. And that one's just full of crap because it's well washed filter sponges at the moment. But I believe these things were bloody expensive. But I couldn't say no to 40 quid, and it was only 7 miles down the road. So, happy days. So the old pond fish are doing all right. The minute the temperatures are above 6 or 7 degrees, they're feeding, so they're getting wheat germ. When the water temperatures are going above 10 degrees, they're getting Evolution Aqua Premier. So the wheat germ can actually be fed down to 4 degrees according to the bucket, and the Premier can be fed down to 7 degrees, but I'm doing sort of 10 and 7 respectively. I don't suppose they'll grow much because they didn't grow much in the summer, but I'll shut my mouth for a minute and I'll go outside and show you the fish. So we'll do a quick clean on the Tempest, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it. Seems to be the fashionable topic at the moment. I think most of the important stuff's already been said by all the other guys that have just put out views on the Tempest. Old Vince over at Twisted Koi, he knows the beans. He's absolutely spot on. And unfortunately I forget the chap's name over at Keeping Water, but he's also spot on in that they are expensive for what they are, but they do their job. So anyway, I digress. We will do a clean and then we'll have a chat. Just waiting for the bubbles to kick in. Now for me, no water comes out of my fry tank unless it's doing a job. So I will bubble this off 4 or 5 times. So you know, I've pretty much got it sorted. So I do it every 2 or 3 days, and it's done as part of a water change schedule. So this will get bubbled off 4 or 5 times, which is roughly probably sort of 25-30 litres of water each time. And then every 2 or 3 days, but not the same day as I do the Tempest, I'll give the old pressure filter a whiz as well, and I'll probably do about 100 litres of water with that one as well. Give that a good flush through. But water only comes out if it's doing a job. But it's not too bad. You know, you can see the media in there isn't holding on to too much crap. Which is surprising, the amount of crap that's going in there. Just let that fill up. I've slowed my pump down for this. Because as Vince has said, the seals in these gate valves are crap. This top one leaks. This bottom one doesn't, even though it's had the pressure of the pump pushing against it. Turn that up one, it's a bit slow. You know, what can I say? It does divert off into the moving bed anyway when I close the gate valve, so it's not like it's pushing against all that pressure, which is what's happening now. Because the pump's running slowly, it's actually most of the pressure's diverting off through the moving bed. But it's not a drama, not while I'm cleaning it anyway. So we'll talk about this piece of junk in a minute, and I'll show you why it's a piece of junk. It does boil quite vigorously. It doesn't look like it, but it does. And for those that remember, I cracked my Tempest. It's up there somewhere. Still doesn't leak. Just for all those that thought I should put a great big blob of goo all over it, my repair is holding just fine. I'll do a couple more of these and I'll get back to you. Right then folks, it's been about an hour, but we'll see how well they've done with this orange. Oh, not too bad. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad at all. They did better last time, they were a bit faster. I shall leave it in for... I'll leave it in for another hour. Not going to hurt them. So, there we go. Let's go vitamin C for the day. Cheers.